A history of civilizations, a legacy of science, and the birth of literature in the ancient Near East. Mesopotamia is a fascinating place and one of the first civilizations in the world. If you've ever read the Epic of Gilgamesh or wondered how the alphabet came to be, this land of Sumer or Mesopotamia has all the answers. The Sumerians were farmers and herders and built huts on raised floors like crawl spaces. Although agriculture was a primary source for settling down and building the first cities, it gave humankind much more. Mesopotamia extended from Syria to the Persian Gulf. They had developed metallurgy and a written language. They built huge cities, up to 10 square miles each. These cities had an intricate transportation system, including canals, gates, and walls. They, of course, invented the wheel in 3500 BC. Before we begin, let's give ourselves a quick history lesson. The Mesopotamian people were the first to develop irrigation systems, which allowed them to grow crops and farm animals on land where rain was scarce or non-existent. In addition to farming, they also invented cuneiform writing, the oldest known form of written language in the world, and used it to create literature and record their history. Amazingly, we could never decode it, even though it still survives. Mesopotamia was, in essence, the source of the first civilizations in the world. The area we now refer to as Mesopotamia was located between two rivers. The Tigris River ran south from Armenia down into modern-day Iraq, while the Euphrates ran through Syria before joining with the Tigris at Babylon, modern-day Baghdad. These waterways enabled these early civilizations to thrive by providing water for irrigation and transportation routes for trade goods, such as spices from India, or materials like copper from Cyprus. The Sumerians were the first farmers and herders, and they built huts on raised floors much like crawl spaces. They were made with mud brick walls between 20 and 30 feet high, 6 to 9 meters, with steps leading up to them from below. If you were a Sumerian, your hut was built on a raised platform. If you were poor and lived in the marshlands, it may have been made of reeds. If you were wealthy and had land that was good for building huts, it might have been brick or mud brick. The site of Ur is famous because its ziggurats were built above all else. They rose into the heavens like monuments to gods. There are several theories about why these temples were constructed so high off the ground. Some say that it was an attempt by early civilizations to gain elevation over their enemies. Others indicate that the greater height made them more visible during religious ceremonies or festivals. Still others think that perhaps people just liked getting up there after they'd finished working all day collecting grain or tending sheep in their fields down below. No matter what their purpose may have been, these
Sample complete. Ready to continue?